Welcome back to Witness Stories. I call this one Sightless Seeing. There is a case to be made that the five senses are replicated in a person's astral body. One of those would be sight. Out-of-body experiences seem to provide access to this alternative mode of perception. The theory would say that the mind can either be connected to the physical body or the astral, or maybe both. Since there are very few events, but some, that ascribe astral sight during daily activity, it would seem obvious that the physical normally takes precedent over any astral perceptions if both connect at the same time. A number of years ago, I observed that when I woke up in the morning, sometimes I would see the fabric pattern of a pillowcase in my sight before opening my eyes. If that pillow was over my head and all or most ambient light was blocked, I could still see it. Then at other times, as I lay down to go to sleep, I could see motion and a slight light color if my arm happened to cross in front of my eyes. And this would happen when the room was pitch black. In these cases, it did not matter if my eyes were open or not. It only mattered if I was looking for it correctly or not. I'll talk about correctly in a moment. Or at least when I was open to it. I should say this is not normal looking. I am very good at seeing in the yard, my backyard, or some outdoors at night, or driving on a country road at night, and this takes an odd skill of wide gazing rather than narrow targeting with your sight. You let the wider image come to you and not focus in small spots for an exact object definition. This is the behavior that seems to provide me a camera view in pitch black. I find online now that experiments show people can perceive body-related motion because the mind will interpret body position for the mind as and make it an observable vision. But in my case, I also see the bed and other features of the room, oddly not in the exact positions that I see when the light is switched back on with normal sight, just displaced by a few inches or a few degrees of angle. It could be argued that the body or brain is posting that into a phantom vision because the brain is familiar with those objects and places. But why the offset? So I have made my own experiments. I arranged to be where I don't know the area, like an unfamiliar bathroom or being wheeled into an undisclosed space blindfolded. Then I used the astrovision, and after the image forms, I would turn lights on or I reach out and touch objects to verify what I have seen. So my results are that yes, I seem to get a match to my astrovision. But again, it is very representative, yet things can be off by some measure or slightly out of angle. But what I saw definitely was there. I should note, however, oddly, lighter colors are not always light and darker not always dark, but shapes did match. And about what I see, this is more like the sight that Mr. Baggins has in the Hobbit movies than what a normal visible light image would look like. So is this real or just a game of the brain? Try it for yourself and find out. I must give some advice. Once you develop this form of sight, it is hard to simply turn it off. That makes going to sleep difficult. I learned to turn it off by focusing heavily on feeling and forget about seeing anything at all. Then I can go to sleep. My mind, my sight can stand down, and then things are more normal. In the past, I have found videos of people who do see in the dark. These people may have never had sight, but still can perceive even with no light in the room. And these were not those people, the videos you find now. I can't find these older videos, but most of the videos you find now have discovered those people who can do echolocation or sound reflection. And they also form images in their head of what they see with those sort of acoustic effects. But these other ones did not use acoustic effects at all. A long time ago, I had read about a person who in the 1900s was called the Sightless Seer. He would demo for people the skill to ride a bike in traffic fully blindfolded. Before my vision experiments, I would think that was a magic trick. Now, I'm not sure about that. That guy really might have actually been able to do it. My own witness event changed the impossible into the possible.